Winnipeg Beach, Manitoba. I have a little bit of an echo, but maybe I can get away with this. I've got Jenna, and I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Yeah, it's Herde. It's a very German name, so it's also very difficult to pronounce.
I've seen it on Facebook and Google and on the Hangouts and the Masterminds. Okay. Well, welcome. She's with me today. We're going to talk about mindset and how to get the right mindset to be able to do the job we're doing. And it's the type of, if you have the right mindset, you can do anything. So that's the big thing there. Anna Zubrev actually had a video this morning. She it was about micro-focusing, and I think to micro-focus, that's great. We have to. That's so important in our industry, but we have to have the right mindset. And by getting the right mindset, you're listening to leaders of the company. You're listening to inspirational speakers. YouTube is just loaded with Brendon Burchard is a wonderful talker. Tony Robbins, another great motivation for me. Anyway, I don't know, who do you listen to, Jana?
Well, I've been, maybe I have to go a bit, like talk just a little second about years ago, and because this is why I started to work on my mindset, because if you never bothered actually to work with yourself and on personal development, how do you get there? I guess everybody has a different reason, but I actually started in multi-level marketing. And these people were so great that they told me to read people like Kiyosaki, like Dale Carnegie, like Napoleon Hill, like all the classics about positive mindset and positive energy and how to actually focus and see things from a different side in order to be more receptive for success also and for happiness. And then I actually, was looking for something else that may be more fun to me, because actually things didn't work out the way I wanted it, but because it wasn't fun for me. It's not that it wasn't fun because it didn't work, so the other way around. I think it just didn't work because it wasn't fun. And if you can't actually have positive energy, you can't receive it. And then I came to listen more to YouTube also, to certain people, and I love people like Brian Tracy. That man, I don't know if you know him, but his material is unbelievable. Sometimes I talk about him and things I learned, because in a 5-minute video he tells you some little thing about time management, about focus, about how to increase productivity, and it's just amazing. I don't know, he's got so much experience. Or how to publish a book just like that, he's got a recipe for everything. And I bet Anna Zubarev knows that too, that you need to know a recipe. And if you can cook it once successfully, you can do that plate like over and over. You can cook that thing.
That's right.
Yeah, and I like Mary Morrissey and a lot too. She's the dream builder. She teaches thousands of people around the world how to actually bridge and build your dreams, and with a system that works. I mean, that woman is also amazing. And I don't know, Bob Proctor, Tim Robbins, I love him too. Or there's also, what is his name? I mean, there's so many of them I love to listen to. And of course, in our system, there are some people that I love also. Like Mike Hobbs, because it seems like such an easygoing, normal person, and I don't mean it as a bad thing, but I don't know who I heard say that, like, Mike is a family man. He's not really the technical type, but that you really can learn everything if you know why you're doing it. And I guess he also did it for his family, and because he wants to be free, to give his family the freedom they have today. So it's totally true. If you want to do it, you just do it. It may take you more time or less time, or it depends on the situation. But I love it when our sponsor, actually, Mike, also told me at the beginning, you know, how bad do you want it? Why are you doing this? Why should you put some work into this? What reason do you have? And he said, well, do what you can with what you have. And at the beginning, it's just that. And I guess Anna means that too, that if you don't focus, you don't know your priorities. You don't know what to do first or how to manage your time. Then people maybe spend like 2 hours on Facebook and they forget about what they wanted to do. And
I find myself, I'll spend time on Facebook, but I'm always looking for something, you know, it's income producing activities. You know, that's the big thing. It's always in the back of your mind. And I think myself, and when I spoke to Mike the first time, and he's awesome, eh?
Really awesome.
Yeah, because his first $11,000 month, and the month's not over yet. That's awesome, and see the income disclosure on the bottom, because results are typical, but
we always have to say that income disclaimer, results not typical. But the funny thing is, I think I wanted to share that on my last video. I think I even did. Like, it's becoming so much more typical because you see those people popping up all the time.
Yeah.
And I guess if people don't know what the industry is about, they never hear it so much as much as we do. So it seems unreal to people to actually be able to make that kind of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you hear it all the time and you see the people talking about it, and I mean, it becomes something natural. And I guess that's why you can keep positive and doing the work, because you know where you're going. I mean, this is something somebody told me years ago. He said, why would you go on a trip if you don't know where you're going? Of course, then you can improvise and say, oh, I could go there too, or I could stop here to see this thing. But you don't really take a plane if you don't know where it's going. And this is something important too, I guess. The time management, the focus. And in my case, I have to admit, I had a big problem at the beginning. I mean, I realized how big the problem was working with Mike, actually, because he said, you know, people don't know what they don't know. And if you have somebody in your family, or even your partner or friends or people that might know you from years ago or from university, and they say, what are you doing? You do this business or that internet thing? Oh, come on, just leave that or do something normal, you know, do something we understand or we expect.
I think
it was a big barrier for me. I mean, so I was surprised of how big the problem was. Yeah. That I said, post that, everybody's seeing it, you know? And he said, who cares? And I said, well, I see that I care for some strange reason. Yeah. I still care. But you get over it just by taking action all the time and staying focused, and then you see that actually nothing bad happens.
No, and I think because we're with the company that it has such vision. David Woods is just such a visionary, and he's so much belief in us and the company, and he's there for the people to make money, and he's not there's such a stigma to internet marketing, and I had the same thing. You know, I had the same idea. I've been in the business for 4 or 5 years now, and I get emails all the time, but until Mike emailed, I think it was some silly quiz or something, and I
did the quiz too.
It was a joke, yeah. So I did the quiz, and then his face popped up, and that's the difference in this company. Is we're real people. Yeah. We're not, you know, we're not a name. We're not someone offering you $1,000. You're going to make $1,000 in a night, or $1 million in 2 days, or you know, this is, you're going to work your ass off for it. And you're gonna, you know, the blood, sweat, and
worth it. I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then,
yeah, I remember when I saw that quiz, I actually have to admit that I needed twice. I mean, I needed 2 exposures before I actually stepped in and listened for more time. Or no,
Mm.
God, look, I've never said this on camera, I think. Maybe I told Mike on the coaching call or something, but I actually saw a video a long time ago with the 2 Daves, Dave Wood and David Sharp, the 2
Okay.
Daves. And that was great, but that was like a moment in my life where I was looking all over the place for something that I could do, something that would fit my core values also, because sometimes you can't do something because there's something there that's missing or that just doesn't work with who you are or what you believe in, and then you say, oh yeah, it sounds nice, but I really couldn't do that and sleep well at night or or feel
Yeah.
good about it. I would feel like acting or having to do something that doesn't feel natural. So, but then I saw that video, but I had seen so many different things before that I actually saw that it was more natural, that the guys seemed honest and real, and I loved the information they gave me. But I actually, yeah, just left it for a bit and came back to it. And then a few months later, I got Ed on Twitter, and he sent me a quiz.
Oh.
Actually, you know what happened with it? That I actually wanted to try. I wanted to buy the trial. I pulled out, like David Wood says, come on, it's worth it, you know, pull out your credit card and buy. And I said, yes, I want to buy. But then I saw that, well, I'm German. In Germany, many people don't use credit cards like you do in America, because people are quite careful with these things, which is actually a good thing maybe. If you don't know how to deal with credit, don't buy things all the time. And I didn't have a card I could use. The one I had didn't work with I don't know even what the reason was, but it was like, yeah, I got a little bit fed up with it and tried to solve it. But in the end, I came across Mike, and then I said, well, this is it. Now I'm solving the problem. I need a different card now. And there you see how powerful it is if you actually have a reason and you're searching for something, you want it so badly that you say, okay, that was the problem, but it's a situation I need to solve right now. And then you do it. So you find a way, and you don't take it as an excuse anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it took me multiple exposures, which Alex Zubarev once said, well, so you know that it's actually like that. Some people are maybe very good for the business, but they just need different exposures because it's difficult with everything that's around to
Yeah.
actually see that this might be working for you. Yeah, and that video I saw, the first Mike I saw was Mike in a red tank top in the morning having coffee, like in his, I don't know if it was a porch or a backyard or what it was, like, hi, you know, maybe you don't even like me with my tank top looking like that, but it's how I start my day. So if you don't like it, it's fine. If you like it, this is just me, you know? And I said, well, that's it. So I like that guy. I'm going to work with this person. And it stayed that way till today. I mean,
so
it's real. We're here.
yeah, yeah. It is. It's real. You summed it up there. It's yeah. It's you said it very well. You know, it's getting the right mindset, getting the commitment to the company. That's what you have to believe in. You have to believe in your company. You have to believe in the products your company sells.
Yeah.
Amazing products, and I'm ashamed to say I've bought a lot of them, and I'm just going through the 15K formula now, and it is blowing my mind. It's unbelievable, and but it's getting into the right mindset so you can, you know, today and yesterday are perfect examples. Last Friday was just a bust for me, and yesterday and today I got up, I did my workout, I took care of myself first, you know, had breakfast, made the kids breakfast, I got Zach off to school. My youngest son is only in school twice a week, or every second day, so he's in school today. But it's how you start your day is how it ends in a positive note. You know, so yesterday I was tired by the end of the day, but I was still positive. I think because I'm motivated and inspired by these people, these leaders in our company, I think it's making me a better person by
Yeah.
listening. You know, I'm a better mom. I'm a better, just a better person all around. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge one. And
Yeah, that no,
sorry.
yeah, I'm sorry. It's fine. No, it's just that I get excited too, and I always have so much to share. Sometimes people need me to shut up, tell me
No, that's
to shut up.
awesome. That's
No, but that is something very important too, that people say sometimes, oh, well, you're doing this on the internet, but it would never work in my region or in my country. You know, people are not interested in that, or yeah, maybe it would be good for my friends, but they don't know how to do this. And I always say, well, so did I. I mean, I didn't have any skills. But then I saw from the first moment on that Mike was trying to give me some education. I mean, he wasn't even trying. He just did it and said, do this, do that. If you don't know this, you can Google this, you can see that video there, and just get started. And he knew exactly that thing that I actually heard months ago. I heard it again because I saw that video on YouTube with a guy who's from Colombia, and he's very successful in network marketing. But so he doesn't work online, I think, but he's amazing. So you can learn from him so much. And he said, you know what? If you get a new person into the business, you welcome him. Of course, he gets a call and everything. But sometimes he lets people work on their mindset and on the educational things for so many weeks. And then he says, you know what? And then they call you again. The ones who really want it and who really are working on themselves, they come back at you when they have a question. Not just to say, oh, this is too difficult, or I don't know what to do. So he says the education is so important because once you get people to get educated and to get interested, and they see that they're becoming different people and capable of doing so much more thanks to the education they're getting, then they actually do the work. And it's like, yeah, the ones he's hearing less from because they work so much are the ones who are doing better, and the ones he actually hears of every day with different little things that really don't matter so much, yeah, are the ones who get stuck because they really ask many questions but without taking the education. And that's really important, to be like switched to a system that gives you all you need. And I think the Empower Network and also the IPAS-2 system is so advanced because it actually forces you to get through a very valuable educational system from the beginning. So before you even know what next thing is, it doesn't matter. First learn this. And I think there is nothing like that on the planet. I mean, I've never seen it. Of course, I don't know it all, but I've never seen something like that, and I'm amazed all the time. And if somebody who's new or is interested says, well, but what is it really about? And I say, well, did you take the first training? And then they say, oh yeah, now I just solved it myself because now I know why you told me to just get through this. I think many other businesses are not really focused on focusing on what's important.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's so. It's so true. It's education, the motivation, and the rule. And Anna had blogged that a couple weeks ago, the 80-20 rule, and that's true. 80% is you're working on yourself, and then 20% is taking action. And if you can keep it that way, and in those terms, and your mindset like that, I think you're not going to get as overwhelmed. Because I found too, before I got into the education and the training, I got really overwhelmed. It was just too much, I was trying to do 10 things at one time. Now I can get up, I'll listen to a tape, a recording of the inner circle, and then it gets me going for the day. That it just starts out positive, and then I do a couple hours, I'll do my blog and do a video, and it's so easy to shoot a video when you're taking these courses. Or I took a Facebook course last week, so I blogged on that a lot. The Inner Circle, the 15K formula. How hard is it to do a video when you have something to teach now? You have content and value. You know, so
yeah, that's also something that amazed me when I was starting with the whole training, like the basic training on Empower Network, and then I remember a hangout. We had Ed over there. I love Ed. I think this guy is also amazing, the way he works and the whole way he has of I don't know, of explaining and of dealing with things. Yeah, for me he's like Mr. Smooth in the business. So easygoing. It's everybody has a different character, but the fun thing is they all can do the business, no matter what character you have. With the good thing, it can work. And if you have lacks, of course you have to find out what you lack in too, to actually try to better that, because sometimes it's where the most money is, in what you're lacking in or what you put resistance in. But I remember Ed saying that also, like yes, you know, some people on my team, I asked them like, what could I help? And then I saw they weren't really going through the trainings. They were just doing random things. But then once he had them on the trainings, the result was amazing. And they said, oh yeah, so it was true, you know, we had to do that. And there I saw that training about blogging with Aki Wood. And that guy tells you like a few little things in half an hour. And I have to say, I learned more with him in half an hour than I learned in 2 years running my blog on WordPress. And this doesn't really, I mean, I don't want to pull down WordPress or anything, because I love it, and I still blog with you guys because I love my little fashion blog. It's something I do also because I just love it. It's a passion of mine. But you can link both. Another great thing. Whatever your passion is, you can link it with the business. And there I actually learned things by myself a lot. And it's not that they don't have a nice support system or something, but it's not the same to have somebody there on a video saying, you know, you have to click here. What's that for? Okay, this is what it's for. Or why does this happen? It's because you're don't doing that. And it's so simple and easy to just follow. For everybody. And I wasn't easy at the beginning. I mean, some things just sounded like Chinese to me. And I speak several languages, not Chinese. So it was always like, what are they talking about? Okay, SEO. You know, they talk about SEO, but until somebody explains it to you, like you were 5 years old, if you're not the technical type, you don't understand it and you don't apply it. So I guess it's that thing to focus, but if sometimes you don't know what to focus on, but if you have an educational system like on iPads and Empower Network that just shows you what's important for you to do next. And then you do it, and of course everybody's got a different rhythm. Maybe some people are going to go very fast through the whole training, other people are going to need a few months, depending on maybe you have a job, a 9-to-5 job, or you have kids like we do, or so sometimes, of course, everybody's different, but the good thing is everybody can do it. And this is I think a bigger, it's a very big thing to say everybody can do it, because I also live in a country where people don't actually believe that everybody can do everything. So I don't know, but like that. I mean, they don't think that like that you can have a big dream and just make it happen. Sometimes they're very old-fashioned, like, well, but to do this job you need to have this degree, and if you don't have it, they look at you very funny, like, okay, so why do you think you can do this? So that's why I love the Empower Network, and I love Dave Wood, and I love Chris Jones and all these people, because they know everybody can. It's such a misconception to think some people cannot do something.
No, and because it's global, that makes such a difference. You know, we have people where you're in Germany, I'm in Canada, Alex and Mike are in the States, Ed is in Brazil, I think.
Brazil.
And Jason, I know Finland. There's two in Finland.
Joe is in Finland.
Joe, yeah. It's just it's amazing, and we all get together twice a week, and to have that support, and that's helped with the mindset too, in a sense that it reels you in, that you think, okay, this can be done. This is what I'm not doing properly, or so that helps too. I guess we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing is we have to believe on ourselves. We cannot have a plan B. This has to work. There's. I watched Lawrence Tam, or listened to Lawrence Tam the other day on one of the inner circles, and the biggest thing is you surround yourself with like-minded people.
Yeah.
The leaders of the company, they're phenomenal, and you don't have a plan B. You just set your mind that this is going to work. You're going to get your why, have your why so strong.
Yeah.
There's no other option.
Yeah.
We're the 8 core commitments in the Empower Network system that are amazing. So if do what we're told, you empty your cup, almost, and then let Empowered Network fill it up, right?
Yeah. And it sounds awkward to so many people if they never did something, because maybe, of course, everybody does something, but I think the mindset is really, I tweeted that today, like, if you're the smartest person in your group, please leave those people, because you need to surround yourself with people you can learn something from. And if you're always the fastest, the one who has an idea, and everybody else says, well, I don't know what you're talking about, okay, it may make feel you nice sometimes, but it's not really taking you anywhere. So it's not a bad thing to feel very humble at the beginning, to feel like, oh, these people are so experienced, I'm not. Well, congratulations, you're surrounded by people you can learn from all the time. It's 24/7.
They're going to pull you up.
Yeah. They're going to kick your butt. I mean, it's like a personal trainer, but it's for your head.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for joining me. We'll have to do this again. And tomorrow's Wednesday? Yeah. And the call tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Because I missed you I think last week I was there. I got booted off the week before. We have so many people on our team now, it's hard to get in the calls, eh?
Sometimes the Hangouts are full. It happened to me twice in a row.
Yeah. The team is just growing so fast. Yeah. So, good luck to you. Keep your videos.
Awesome. Have a lovely evening.
You too. Yeah, it's still our afternoon. We have snow.
That's a great thing too. Different time zones. Here I'm going to go to bed like in 2-3 hours, and for Alana it's the afternoon, and you can work together all the time. So this is also amazing.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, thank you, Jenna, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
See each other.
Okay, take care.
Have a successful evening.
Oh, you too. Okay, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon, and love you guys.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
The same for me. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.